Hello beauties, welcome back to my first ever Edumagication. Did you hear that little magic inclusion? Kind of fail, but anyway. So today is going to be a beginner's guide to those who are on their crystal journey or at the beginning of their crystal journey. And I'm so excited to talk about all of the knowledge that I've gained. And before I get started, I would like to say that I don't want anyone who is not on the crystal journey or in the crystal world to feel as if they're being pushed into purchasing crystals, and to also feel pressured into, having crystals be a part of their lifestyle. That's not the message that I want to give out. So that's something that I hope you are not receiving from me. Okay, so now that I got that out the way, let's get started on the three important topics that I feel you guys should carry with you in your beginning journey. So first things first, having a crystal relationship is so sacred, and I can't emphasize the term sacred enough, because these are, if you look at their geometrical make, they're actually perfect vessels. So when you're feeling icky or if you're feeling sick, they're actually pulling the unwanted emotion or the infected area out of your body, and they're replacing it by healing you. So you want to treat your crystals with the utmost respect, and you want to treat them with care, which brings me to the next topic of storing them. You want to store them in a place where they're not going to get damaged, and you're going to be able to, use them on hand, because they do need love. And yes, so you just want to have them in a place where you feel comfortable that they're there, and you guys are like not going to get mixed emotions or anxieties if they're not properly stored. So yes. And then lastly, I want to talk about you. So what I'm saying by that is you're going to get so many different people who are on different paths, like myself, but the difference is that, or what sets me apart from other people, is like, I'm not pushing you to, this is the way you take care of your crystals, this is the only way that you can recharge them, cleanse them, keep them. No, I'm just giving you like some little tips, and then what you do with the information is really up to you. But what I want people to know, and I want the whole community to know, is that we probably already have a system within us, and it's just up to us in order to unlock that. So you don't have to feel the need, like, if, Jane Doe is doing this, like, oh my gosh, I have to do it that way, that's the way it's gonna work for me. No, that's the way that it works for Jane Doe, and the way that it's gonna work for you is based upon how you learn going on the journey and what's most comfortable to you. So yeah, don't feel the need to be feeling like you need to change up your routines and things like that, because guaranteed what you're doing is perfectly fine. So just keep on doing that. Okay, now let's get started because I haven't already, right? Okay, so what is happening with you is that you have been awoken into become or have a higher purpose for yourself. So your body is like so ready to just be on those higher vibrations, and you're no longer wanting to move in that stagnant, negative, and low vibrational place. So your inner light has been ignited. Yes, enjoy my little arts that I created for this video, because your girl ain't tech savvy at the moment, but I'll learn. Okay, so your inner light, in how I feel, is it's made up of 7 different chakras, and those chakras all help whomever is on a crystal journey or a spiritual path, help that person to just live in the higher vibrations of their true self. So, you know, when you focus on your 7 chakras, it's going to allow you to not only break away from those old toxic habits, but it's going to replace it with things of purpose for your life, things that serve you better, and positivity 100%. So welcome to your inner light, and I'm so happy for you on this journey. And the next thing that you're gonna want to take into consideration is listening to your intuition. Let me see if I could focus. Your intuition. And now you're thinking, like, why? Well, your intuition, and some of you are like, yes, girl, I know. Well, your intuition is basically your best friend. It's that gut feeling that you get when something is not right, or if something is for you. So by using your intuition, you're strengthening that bond from your stomach to your head, and it's no longer gonna be like a question of why or in a gray area. You're just gonna know automatically. So don't be afraid to use your intuition with anything on this path. As far as purchasing crystals, you're going to want to, you know, feel out the vibe of that store, or feel out the vibe of the person you're purchasing from, as well as places like if you go to wholesales, and you're going to be purchasing from there. Just use that intuition to guide you, and it's going to work magic, and it's going to work volumes towards, you know, what's going to serve you as far as crystals, even the little community that you build yourself within the crystal community. And so, yes, your intuition is going to be your best friend. Use it. And which brings me to the next one. Because after you use your intuition, you're going to want to cleanse and recharge your crystals. Now, cleansing and recharging, you can use them. You can use the same methods for both, but they are 2 different things. There is a siren going on. I do live near a fire department. Hopefully those people are okay. But hopefully they're doing just a test run, because they like to do that. They're little test runs. Okay, moving on. So cleansing and recharging, you definitely need to cleanse. I was going to say recharge, but you definitely need to cleanse your crystal of the previous energy, because even though, let's say someone handled it and they don't actually use the crystals, well, the crystal can feel the vibrations of that person. And if they were feeling, you know, negative that day, or just like uneasy or feeling sick, the crystal probably has some of that leftover energy, and you don't want it there, because then it's gonna adhere to your energy, and you just don't need that. It's like we already got enough energies to work through and enough energies to filter out. So yes, you're going to want to cleanse each and every one of your crystals. There are so many different ways to cleanse. I'll name a few of them. So you can get yourself some sage or Palo Santo or incense, and you want to use the smoke to give your crystal a little bath. You can use Mother Earth. You can use, like, just get some dirt, or you can go out there in the dirt and have you a good time and, you know, cleanse your crystals in the dirt. And yourself, too. Recharge, and that'll bring you to become more rooted with the earth. Also, you can use the sunlight or moonlight. You can get a bowl of water or a jar. If you've got bigger pieces, you can use, like, you know, a giant bowl, and you're going to want to charge that under the sun for however you feel. If, like, you feel like, okay, I want to do it for a long time, that's perfectly fine. A short time, that's perfectly fine. It's more of the intent that you're putting in there for the cleanse of the crystal regimen. So after you cleanse them, you want to recharge them after every use. So say, like, you know, I use this and I asked it a question. You're going to want to recharge that, you know, and then you're going to want to cleanse them every so often. So recharging them, you can use clusters, you can use selenite sticks, you can use satin spar sticks, or recharging plates. Those are very good. But the bigger clusters, I would recommend for you to have. That way it's like, not, I don't want to say easier, but it is like, it is very more manageable to cleanse, like, the little ones on the clusters, because, you know, you can just set a few in. And you know, that'll help them recharge. And the reason, well, you're like, well, crystals are crystals, so why isn't that like, why don't you have to recharge this one? Well, you do have to recharge these, but not as often as the little babies, because these can, they could take on more. You know, the bigger, the better. They can take on more, and they can help the other ones, the little ones, recharge. What else is good for recharging? Did I say the sun and the moon? I believe I said the sun and the moon already. You can put them on your windowsill to recharge, but be careful when you leave amethyst, and I believe a few other crystals, because they will lose their vividness and color. So yeah, you want to be careful with which crystals you're placing directly in the sun so that they don't get damaged. And then yeah, make sure you to recharge those babies so they could be at their best to help you on your way. And lastly, please do your research. It is so important that you know who you're purchasing from, why you're purchasing the crystals, and their use or their properties. You know, I know they're all beautiful to look at, but that's another thing that I should probably mention. If you're attracted to a crystal and you're like, I don't know if I should get it just because I think it's beautiful. Well, it's beautiful because it's like, you know, it's trying to get your attention because you need that. Because think about it. What's beautiful to Jane Doe may not be beautiful to me, and what's beautiful to me may not be beautiful to Jane Doe. So pay attention to those little signs, and I guarantee you it's going to be beneficial for your journey and for, yeah, just like your whole crystal experience. So I hope that this helped anyone who's at the beginning stage of their crystal journey. I love making these videos. They're so much fun for me. So expect more to come. Before I head out, I would like to say oh my gosh, let me just say that none of these crystals are for sale. These are my personals from my collection that, you know, they said, hey, can we help you with your video? And I was like, absolutely. So I do have plenty of crystals on my Instagram page, so go check that out if you're interested in purchasing, at DLDJ Magic. What else? Oh, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to, you know, see more of these from me, as well as subscribe if you like to hear or know anything about crystals, because I know personally I do. I subscribe to all and every crystal channel. Well, I can't say all because, you know, some of them don't vibe with me, and that's okay. It's just for, like, you know, other reasons. But if I vibe with you, why not? Subscribe. All right, beauties, that's going to be it. I'll see you in the next one. Much, much love and peace and light to you. Bye.